Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're back for another segment in my what is going to be an epic lipstick declutter. So you have already seen my declutter of my red lipsticks, and if not, it will be linked in the cards as well as in the description box below, so you can definitely check that out. But I decided that I wanted to tackle my enormous lip product collection and try to make it a little less overwhelming by doing it in color families. So I started with the red lipsticks, and then today I thought that I would do the berry lipsticks, and then I'll do the pinks, and then I'll do the browns, and hopefully that'll be everything. I really thought that the berry category would be my easiest category until I sat down to pull them all out. Yeah, it's overflowing. I can't even like try to tip this or they'll all fall out onto the floor in my lap. So I have a crazy amount of berry lipsticks. So what this is going to be is anything that has what appeared to me to be kind of a purple undertone. Now, with that being said, I am sure that there are going to be items in here that I'm going to look at in comparison to others and say, gosh, maybe that should have gone into the pink category. And then when I do the pinks, I'm sure that there are going to be ones in there that I'm going to think, wow, that really should have gone into the purples category. But, you know, I did my best. There were quite a few things that sort of toe that line there. So without any additional rambling, let's go ahead, turn the camera down, and let's start swatching and trying to get through this massive, massive basket of lip products. All right, my friends, so here it is, the big pile of my berry and purple toned lip products. So let's go ahead, we're going to dump it all out and separate it into different categories. What I did before was lipsticks and then lip glosses and then liquid lipsticks so that we can just compare them to one another and see what we have. Also, I want to state, because I just saw lightning, that if the lighting goes in and out or you hear thunder, I'm really sorry. Right on cue, Hurricane Elsa hanging out with us today. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, my friends, so the first thing that I did, just as I did before, is I tried to go through and see, to the best of my ability at least, what had not been used ever so that it can be donated. Some of these things are still in their plastic wrap. Some of them are still in boxes. Some of them you can see have not been used. So I'm pulling these to the side automatically because if I haven't used it, there's no reason why somebody else couldn't, given that I have all of this right here. So as I come across things, if there's something that has not ever been used, then I will be pulling it to the side to donate. So yeah, this is kind of nuts, but let's go ahead and get started with the swatching. All right, my friends, here are the first 15 swatches. So let's go ahead and talk through this a little bit. The first one is from Stila. I have no idea what shade it is because the sticker fell off. And while this one is really nice, I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I say this now, but I really want to try to be somewhat ruthless in this category because I just don't wear these as often. These are very fall and winter types of colors for me, but let's be honest, around the house, I'm probably not going to be wearing a lot of them. So I am going to go ahead and declutter this Stila one. The next one that we have here is called An Affair. This is, I feel like this is, Laura Mercier? Yes, it is Laura Mercier. And this shade I really do quite like. It's still quite creamy. So I do want to go ahead and hold on to this. I just need to be really careful that I don't hold on to too many that are this tone and shade because again, I just don't need that many. So the next one, it's a little bit harder to see because it kind of went into the one next to it. This is called Doesn't Matter, and this is from L'Oreal. And I do like this, but I think that there are others that are this type of shade that I might like more. I'm not sure. So I'm actually gonna put this in the chopping block side and see if I need to pare down once we have a chopping block pool to pull from. The next shade, the one that kind of bled into it, is by ColourPop. This is in the shade Come On Clover. I really love this shade and I am going to hold on to it. This one right here, I'm gonna hold on to as well. This is Saki. This is from Bite Beauty. It's just a little mini. I'm not gonna lie, part of when I'm looking at a declutter, I look at some of these things and I think, can I put that in a project? And I feel like that's one that I could. Also, I will be holding on to this one right here. This is from Givenchy. This is one of the top lipsticks in my collection, period. I love this so much. This is in the shade 315. I'm not gonna try to say the French name, but I absolutely love it. I think it was limited edition. I don't think you can get any more, but it's gorgeous. I'm gonna be letting go of this one right here. This is from the brand Le Beaute Fatale, I think. It's in the shade Vibrate. I'm very sure that this came in a subscription box, but this really blue-based pinky purple is just not one that I prefer, so I am going to be letting go of that one. I am gonna be holding on to this one right here because I do really like this kind of purpley shade, but again, I need to be careful that I don't hold on to too many. This is Bobbi Brown, I wanna say, yes, this is Bobbi Brown in Brocade, so I am going to be keeping that as well. The one next to it, this one right here, is by Smashbox. It is in the shade Black Cherry, and I don't think that I need this one, so it is going to be decluttered. Also, this one here by Marc Jacobs. I like it, don't get me wrong, but I definitely don't need it, so I am going to be decluttering it. I also have Beetroot from Bite Beauty, and again, I do really enjoy this type of shade. It's got a very kind of ruby-esque quality to it. I don't know how to say that. So it's gonna go in the chopping block side of things. And then we have Maleficent, and this is from the Disney Villains collection. I'm gonna be holding on to all of these because I just really like them and I love the packaging. I love the packaging. So that is definitely on the keep side. These two, I was looking at them going, gosh, those look so similar. There's no way I need them both. That's because they are the same shade. And I do like it. It's got kind of an everyday sort of quality to it, so I'm only going to keep one and then declutter the other because again, I do not need both. And then this one right here is Little Black Dress from ColourPop, and I'm going to be similar to Beetroot. I'm gonna put this over in my chopping block side to see if it's one that I need to hold on to. All right, here we have the next 15 shades. So again, starting off at the top, this is from Too Faced. This is in the shade Wham. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is a very metallic, glittery formula, and it's just not one that I think I will ever wear. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. It's really pretty, don't get me wrong, on the swatch. It looks gorgeous. I just know me, and it probably won't happen. This second one right here is honestly a shade that I have loved for a long time. This is from L'Oreal. This is in the shade Everlasting Plum. I don't know. I've worn this so many times and loved it, so I am gonna put it in my chopping block pile to see if it's one that I still want. This third one here frustrates me. This is Rebel Chic from Sephora. I got a sample of this, and I think it was a Sephora play box, and I loved it. I waited for months and months and months for this to come back into stock, and then I finally purchased it. and I do really love the color. It's this one right here. It just has something about it. So I think I'm also gonna put this over in my chopping block section. This is from Colored Rain, this fourth one right here. And I have worn this one as well, and I have enjoyed it. This is in the shade Implicated. So I'm gonna put it, I know you guys are probably rolling your eyes, but I'm gonna put it in my chopping block section because if you noticed when I was doing the swatch, it does seem like it is a drier formula. So I just need to play with it a little bit more. This shade right here is from Bite Beauty. This is one of their multi-sticks in the shade Gelato. I don't like these. I wanted to very much. I like the whole multitasking sort of thing, but I don't like using them on my face because I'm not that good with cream products, and when I use them on my lips, I just find them very drying and uncomfortable. So I am gonna go ahead and declutter this one right here. This is Nori, also from Bite Beauty. This one I am going to keep because I can pan it. And this one from NARS, hands down, absolutely love it. This formula is so outstanding. This is called Vivienne. Love it. I think it might have been discontinued, that shade, but it is stunning. This one right here is from NYX. This is one of their butter lipsticks, and this is in the shade Hunk. This formula is really, really great. However, I just don't see myself wearing this shade here. So we are gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This one here is from Avon. And again, I wanna hold on to it because it has just this beautiful sort of, I don't know, like red berry quality to it, but I can't hold on to everything. So it pains me, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the declutter pile. This is also super duper old, so I need to be mindful of that. This here is from Clinique. I am gonna hold on to this one. This is in the shade Love Pop because again, it has that sort of pinky purpliness to it, but it also has kind of a sheer quality to it that I like and I feel like could be much more everyday wearable versus something as deep and dark as those. And then I have Queen right here from Bare Minerals. I think this is just a little too vampy for me, especially since I'm keeping some other vampy shades. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this, but I do really like this formula a lot. It definitely has, I don't wanna say a sheer aspect to it, but it appears to be a very moisturizing formula. So I am sad to see it go, but I have other minis and other shades that I will probably hold on to. This right here is from Urban Decay. It is in the shade Big Bang, and it is a glitter finish, and I just will never wear that. So we're going to declutter it. This is a mini from Fenty. This is in their Mademoiselle formula, and this is Flamingo Acid, and I love that shade so much. This back here is from Essence. This is in the shade Come Naturally, and I feel like this is just a little bit too dead girl for what my complexion can withstand, and I feel like it just does not look flattering on me, so we are gonna go ahead and declutter that. And then we are gonna declutter this one back here. This is also from Too Faced. This is in the shade Pitch Perfect, and again, it's just too bright pink for what I personally prefer. So we'll go ahead and declutter that one as well. All right, here is our next round of swatches. And starting here at the top, I have this right here. This is from the brand Laqua. I'm not completely sure. It came in a BoxyCharm quite a while ago. This is in the shade Storm. And to be honest with you, I think it's really, really a beautiful color. And I am really tempted to hold on to it, but I don't think I've worn this since it came in that BoxyCharm, and I feel like that should tell me something. And to be honest, it's very similar to the second one right here, which I do think I am going to hold on to. This second one here is from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Bruise, and it is their sheer formula, so I just feel like that I would get a little bit more use out of a more sheer formula of this color. than I would the full-on matte. So I'm gonna put this one from Urban Decay in my chopping block section. This shade right here, it's funny, it doesn't look all that purple when compared to these really, really deep ones. But this is a lipstick from Avon. This is in the shade Amethyst Sunset. This is actually my second tube. Ooh, there's the rain. This is actually my second tube. I actually went through a full tube of this and repurchased. That's something that has very rarely happened. So as much as I really want to hold on to this, I think I'm gonna go ahead and let it go because I'm sure that I have other lipsticks in my collection that are similar enough to it, but this is a well-loved shade. So again, this is another shade that I really struggled with where to categorize. This is Cathedral from Kat Von D, and it definitely looked a lot more purple in the tube, but it doesn't really look all that purple here. So we're still gonna go ahead and make a decision on it because why not? So I do think I am gonna go ahead and pass this along. I'm sure that I have a lot of lipsticks that are that color and I just don't need to keep all of them. And this is a bit of a dry formula, so I think I am gonna go ahead and just pass that one along. This shade right here is Clinique Black Honey, and this has been a darling of the YouTube community, and I'm sure it is still a very much loved cult classic. I don't really like it. I got this as, I think like a Sephora play box or something, and I was so excited to get it, and I just don't like it. I don't feel like it looks nice on my lips, and it doesn't feel nourishing enough for me to want to pull for it, so I am gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This super duper glossy one right here, this is from Physicians Formula. This, I think they made these as sort of a drugstore alternative to the Marc Jacobs sort of gloss sticks, and it's really pretty. This is in the shade Mauvin to Brazil. However, I do think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. I find on me it just moves around a lot, and I just don't have time in my life for that. I just don't. This next shade right here is from Pure, and it is in the shade Jezebel. I am gonna go ahead and declutter this. This is just not a tone that I like. It is a very kind of smoky purple, and it just isn't a tone that I like. It's just got too much brown in the purple for me to want to pull for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This right here is Oxblood from Burberry. I love this. This is a very old product, and I don't even know that they make this anymore. I don't even know if Burberry still has a cosmetics line anymore, but I just love this color so much. So I am gonna go ahead and hold on to it, and it was expensive. I have this right here from NYX. This is the Super Clicky in the shade Flagrance. This was in my Trash or Treasure project pan, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I really, really like this a lot, so I am definitely going to hold on to that there. This is from Wet n Wild. This is their Mega Slicks Balm Stain. It is in the shade Rico Mauve. Oh, Rico Mauve, like Rico Suave. Yeah, I like it, but I just don't think I'm gonna wear it. So I need to go with that instinct and go ahead and declutter it. Now these back here are gonna be really hard because I really like them, but they're all really similar. And so it's hard for me to decide which ones I wanna keep and which ones I don't. So, these two look almost identical. So this first one right here, this is Happy Thoughts from ColourPop. Let me see if I can lean that right there. And then the second to the last one is also from ColourPop. This is in the shade, is it Bound or Cami? This is a dual-sided product. This is, I think, Cami. Do I need both? I don't. Do I like one over the other? I think I like Happy Thoughts a little bit more, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to that one in my chopping block, and then I'll go ahead and declutter the other one. The one next to it is from NARS. This is in the shade Do Me Baby. And as much as I really like these little pencils from NARS, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. So I need to, again, go with that instinct and go ahead and declutter it. This one right here is from Ulta. This is one of their matte lip crayons. I actually really like these. This is in the shade Soiree, so I'm gonna put this in my chopping block. And then again, this is a super dark shade that I thought initially when I put it on that I would keep it, but I don't know if I'm gonna wear that or not. So again, I need to go with my instinct and just go ahead and declutter it. All right, here are my remaining swatches. I do believe that these are all the remaining sort of crayon style lip colors that I have. There are two that I did not swatch that I am just gonna go ahead and declutter. This one is Lychee from Bite. It has never been used, so we're gonna pull that aside. And then this one here from Pure, I just know myself. It's got a pencil, like wooden sort of thing. I'm just not gonna use it. So we're not even gonna bother swatching it. We'll just go ahead and declutter it. So here up at the top, this is from Marc Jacobs. This is, I can't even remember what this is. It's in the shade Plum and Get It. It's just, oh, their liquid lip crayon. And I like this, I really do. And I think the color is pretty. And I think I'm gonna put it in my chopping block side of things. This is from Neutrogena. This is their Moisture Smooth Color Stick. It is in the shade Soft Raspberry, and it's gotten a decent amount of use to it. I think I bought this because of Emily Noel, and it's really pretty. It was in a project pan. It might go into another project pan, so for the moment, I'm gonna keep it in the chopping block. It is a really easy kind of lip color to just throw on. This is from Tarte. This is one of their lip lingeries. I really like these a lot. I don't know that they make them anymore. I have no idea what shade this is, but I'll be honest, this is too brown and too deep for what I tend to prefer. So I am gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This one here from NARS, again, it makes me so sad because I really like these NARS pencils. This is in the shade Endangered Red, but it's just a lot more dry than some of the other ones that are in this same shade family. So I think I am gonna go ahead and declutter that, which again, makes me really sad. This duo right here, again from ColourPop, this is Chateau, I believe is the name of the shade. And again, it's just a much deeper shade than what I think that I would wear. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. But the one next to it is definitely a bit brighter and has much more of that sort of plummy shade to it. So that's where it's hard because this one right next to it looks the same. This is Aubergine from Bite Beauty. And they look identical and I don't need them both. Okay, I'm gonna keep Aubergine in my chopping block side and I'm gonna declutter the ColourPop one because I know for a fact it is older. And then next to it right here is also from Bite Beauty. It's Rhubarb. I love this. It is definitely sticking around. And then next to it is Lychee, which is also from Bite Beauty. And this is another one that I know that I like, but I don't know, it's feeling a little bit dead girl. And right next to it, this one right here, if I'm not mixed up, is from Kaja. And I think I like the Kaja one better. So we're gonna keep the Kaja and we are actually going to declutter Lychee. And then I'm just gonna work from the back. I know that's a little bit disorienting, but I'm just a little confused that I've gotten myself out of order. This right here in the very back is again from Tarte. This is one of their lip lingeries. I don't know what shade. Oh, it's in the shade Enticing. Oh no, I'm sorry, Enchanting. And I am gonna go ahead and hold on to that because I really do like that color. This one right here is from e.l.f. This had a funky scent to it, so we are gonna be going ahead and decluttering that. This one here is from Buxom, and it just was very dry going on, and I just don't think that I like it better than some of these that are down here that are very similar in color. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one as well. This right here is a very just vibrant raspberry. This is called Quince. And I don't think I've kept anything that is this kind of color. So I think I'm gonna hold on to this and put it in my chopping block to see how I like that against my skin tone. This right here is Le Freak from ColourPop. Again, it's just too dark and I just don't see myself wearing it. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This right here is a lip lingerie from Tarte. It is in the shade, this one's Enticing, and I am gonna hold on to that. Again, from Tarte, this is in the shade Desire. I am gonna hold on to it. I really like that formula. Again, I don't know if it's made anymore, but I like it. And then finally, this one is from e.l.f. This one is in the shade Scarlet Night, and it had a funky scent to it as well, so we are going to be decluttering that one as well. All right, so here are a few that I know I'm just going to be decluttering, so I'm not going to bother swatching them for you. So these 5 right here are Buxom glosses, and I just don't like them. And it's kind of a shame because the formula itself is a beautiful formula and the colors are really beautiful, but I do not enjoy plumping lip glosses. And I bought all these knowing that, but I really was buying into the YouTube hype, and I bought them, and I'm using through White Russian right now, and it just made me realize that I don't want to use these. So these 5 Buxom glosses are going to get passed along. And then we have this right here is one of the melted latex from Too Faced. I love this color. I think this color is absolutely beautiful. It's in the shade Hot Mess. And if I never had to move my mouth, I would keep this. But this is an extremely, extremely pigmented lip gloss, and it's very sticky, and it's just difficult to wear, and there's no way I'm gonna wear it in the life that I'm leading right now. So sadly, this will be decluttered. And that's actually the same reason that I will be decluttering these right here. These are from Bite Beauty. This is their, there's another one, liquefied lipsticks. And this is one that I enjoy these, and it makes me a little bit sad, but these are very, very pigmented glosses essentially, and they move around if you're not careful, and the life that I lead right now just isn't conducive to that. So I am gonna go ahead and declutter those right there. Okie dokie, let's talk lip glosses. So some of these clearly don't belong in this category, but they looked it in the tube, and why not? They are some of the ones that I'm looking at thinking, what was I thinking? So let's go ahead and start from the top. Now I will say lip glosses are much easier for me to hold on to because they're much easier to wear, but there are definitely some that are gonna need to go. So this top one right here is one of the Fenty Gloss Bombs. This is in the shade Hot Chocolate. Is that what this is called? Chocolate, sorry. And I do like this. It's definitely on the browner side rather than on the purplier side, but it's really pretty. So we are totally holding on to that one. I'll also be holding on to this one right here. I know that it has been discontinued, but this is the Becca Liquid Crystal Topper Glow Gloss. This one is in the shade Topaz Flashes Gilt. I do think I like this, but we are gonna put this in the chopping block side of things because I just wanna make sure that it's something that actually flatters my skin. This right here is currently in my Trash or Treasure project pan. This is from Pure Minerals. It is in the shade Glitzy. So we are gonna keep that in the chopping block side of things because it's already in a chopping block style project. This here was very surprising. I expected it to be a much different color. This is from Huda Beauty. This is one of their lip strobes. It is in the shade Shameless. And it's so interesting. It is definitely a brown gold. I don't know if I love all of the glitter in it, but we're gonna keep it in the chopping block section because it's definitely different from anything else that I own. And the same is true for this right here. This is from Marc Jacobs. This is in the shade Cha-Cha Changes. And I love Marc Jacobs lip glosses. I think the formula is just outstanding. So that is actually going to be a full-on keep. This one right here, I am not sure about. This is from ColourPop. This is one of the ultra glossy lips in the shade Fingers Crossed. We're gonna put this in the chopping block because it's definitely a weird color, but it could work. This, however, I just don't see myself wearing ever. This is a true purple, and I don't know why I bought this, other than I was probably just trying to be somebody that I'm not. So we are going to declutter that one. This next to it is from Butter London. No, it's not. This is from Julep. Yes, this is from Julep. This is in the shade Bestie, and I really enjoy this lip gloss, and it is one that I will be keeping. This is another one that's going to go into the chopping block because I don't know. I don't know what this looks like on my lips. This is from Milani. This is one of their Stellar Lights. It is in the shade Kaleidoscope Purple. Yeah, this is gonna go in the chopping block. I just need to see it on me to decide whether or not it's something that will work. And then this one here from Wet n Wild, I thought was going to be a declutter, but I'm just not sure. This is one of their lip glosses in the shade Shut the Pluck Up. And it's very pretty. It's very pretty. What I need to be able to determine is whether or not it's going to be a sticky mess, because like I said earlier, when it is a very pigmented lip gloss, I'm very, very wary because I just don't want it to get everywhere. So this is actually gonna go into my chopping block as well. All right, here we have the last of the glosses. Before we look at them though, I do have some that are going to be declutters. These are from Maybelline. These are the Infallible Pro Matte Gloss, which I don't even know what to make of that, but these are very much like the Bite liquefied lipsticks. They are just very pigmented glosses that are sticky. So we're going to go ahead and declutter all of those, as well as these two from Marc Jacobs. As much as I love the lip gloss formula, these are just not shades I'm gonna wear. There's no point in even swatching them. It's just not gonna happen. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter those as well. And then let's go ahead and dive into the last of the lip glosses. So this one here is from NARS. This is one of their Velvet Lip Glides in the shade Bound. This is a really nice formula, a really nice color, and I think I could probably pan that. So we're gonna go ahead and hold on to it. This right here is from ColourPop. This is an ultra glossy lip in the shade Wolf. I just don't see myself reaching for this because again, it's just a pigmented lip gloss. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter that. This one from Essence looks like it's gloopy, but it's really not. I just built it up real well. These Essence lip glosses are so nice, and they're like $3.50. They are so good. I'm totally holding on to that one because it is one of my favorite formulas, period. This right here, again, it's gorgeous on my arm, but I'm not ever gonna pull for it because it's just a very pigmented lip gloss. How many times can I say that? It's gonna move around, it's gonna be sticky. This is from ABH. It is in the shade Venom. It's gorgeous, but I am going to be decluttering it. This one looked super purple in the packaging, but it's clear. So this is from the Disney Villains collection. This is called My Pet. So we're gonna hold on to that one. This I'm kind of on the fence about. This one is going to go into my chopping block, I think. This is from MAC. This is one of their lip glosses. I don't really have a lot of experience with MAC products, and I feel like this is small enough that I can probably pan, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my chopping block section. This I adore. This is from Marc Jacobs. This is one of their enamored lip glosses. This is called One Mauve Time. I love it. I'm keeping it. It's going in my full-on keep pile. This is from Ulta Beauty. This is their Color Rush lip gloss. It is in the shade Olivia. I'm gonna put this in my chopping block because it's thin enough that I think it would probably be okay and wearable. However, this one here from NYX, this is one of their intense butter glosses. It is in the shade Toasted Marshmallow, which I don't know anyone's toasted marshmallows that look like this. But again, this is just not one that I'm going to be pulling for. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. All right, before we get into swatching the liquid lipsticks, I just want to go ahead and talk about these four here. This is by Ofra. This came in a BoxyCharm. I've never worn this liquid lipstick. I'm never gonna wear this liquid lipstick. I am not the person who wears purple lipstick. I think I wanted to be, but I'm not. So that is going to get decluttered. And these, unfortunately, let me see if I can bring them closer to focus. These are all dried up and crackly in their container. So these are dead. And we're just gonna go ahead and declutter them, unfortunately. Alrighty, here are my first round of liquid lipstick swatches. So let's go ahead and start here at the top. This is one of the original melted matte lipsticks from Too Faced. This is in the shade Fig, and it's still gorgeous. It's still so freaking pretty. So we are going to go ahead and put that into the chopping block section. And yeah, the melted matte formula is still so freaking nice. This right here is from Sephora brand. This is in the shade, it's also in the shade Fig. I wore this recently in my Partners in Cream project pan, and I really enjoyed the way that it looked, but I need to play around with it more because it might be, again, a little too dead girl. So we're gonna put that in the chopping block side of things. The next one right here is from Flower Beauty. This is in the shade Dark and Stormy, and it is definitely dark and stormy. I think this is too dark for my personal tastes and my complexion, so that one is one that we are going to be decluttering. This is from Makeup Forever. This is in the shade 105, and again, I think it's just gonna be a little too dead girl brown for me, so we're gonna be decluttering that one. This one here is from Ciate London. Their liquid velvets are so flippin' nice. I really, really like these. This one is in the shade Pinup, and I'm absolutely keeping it. I really, really enjoy that formula and that color. This one I'm on the fence about. This is from Revlon. This is their Ultra HD Matte Lip Color, and this is in the shade HD Addiction. It still smells okay. It still looks nice on my arm. This is super duper old, so I'm gonna put it in my chopping block and use it a few times to see if it's worth hanging around or not. This next one here is from Lime Crime, and I used to really, really like this. This is in the shade Cashmere. I just don't know if this is gonna be flattering on me anymore. Like, that's a really grayish sort of color. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I just don't think it's along the lines of what I am gravitating towards these days. The next one is from Wet n Wild. This is one of their liquid cat suits. Remember when these were so incredibly popular? Like, everybody needed these. This is in the shade Rebel Rose. It's still really pretty, but it's awfully dry, and I just don't think I need this anymore. This one I don't like at all. This is from, is this also Lime Crime? Yeah, this one's also Lime Crime. This is one of their plushies in the shade Violet, and I don't like this formula. I just don't. I bought it because of Christina Chang raving about, I think the shade was like Tutti Frutti or something like that. I don't like this formula, and I should have decluttered it a long time ago. This is one of the Tarteist lip paints. This is in the shade FOMO, and this is a really nice color. It really, really is. So I'm gonna put it in my chopping block to see if it's one that I need anymore. This is also gonna go in my chopping block. This is from ColourPop. This is their Ultra Blotted Lip. I bought these when they released a while ago now. and I don't really remember how I feel about them. I think I have this and maybe 1 or 2 other shades. So I'm gonna hold on to it, put it in my chopping block to see if I even like the way that it wears and feels. I have another one of the Liquid Cat Suits. This one is one of the High Shine lipsticks in the shade Petal Poison. I don't think I need to hold on to this. And then this right here on the end, this is one of the Bare Minerals. This is, I think it's one of their Gen Nudes. I don't really remember the type of formula, but this is in the shade Scandal. I really like this formula, but I just don't see myself wearing this shade. All right, my friends, here we are with the last of the swatches. They're staining my arm badly, so I just wanted to get them all on here for you. So we're gonna start on this side, work our way. So this one right here, this is one of the NARS Power Matte liquid lip stain pigment things. I love this formula, but I feel like that shade is just not one that would be flattering on me, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter that. This right here is from Physicians Formula. This is one of their healthy lips. I don't remember the name of the shade and it's no longer on here, but I really enjoy this formula, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to it. This one here from Bare Minerals. Again, I can't remember the formula, but this is in the shade Swank. I feel like it's probably too dark, but I also feel like I should wear it and find out because I do like the undertones to it. I'm gonna put it in the chopping block. This right here I am going to keep. Again, this is one of the NARS Power Matte Pigments. This is in the shade Save the Queen, and I do really like that shade a lot. This one, I love this color. I love this color so much, but this is so old. This is the Pure Lip Luster in the shade Mystic, and it's so old, but it's so pretty. I don't know. All right, don't be judgy, but I'm putting it in the chopping block pile. No, okay, we're decluttering it. It's old. It's old. Okay, moving on. This one right here, this is one of the Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipsticks. Again, I feel like it's just gonna be too dark, so we are gonna go ahead and declutter that. This one right here is also one of the Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipsticks. This one is from their Le Chocolate line within it in the shade Candyman. I'm gonna put it in the chopping block pile because I don't know if that shade looks good on me or not. I honestly cannot remember. This right here is from YSL and it is their something that I cannot pronounce. It is a matte stain and I really enjoy this formula and this color, so we are gonna hold on to it. This one here from Stila though, I hate to say this, it's in the shade Aria, but I think we're gonna go ahead and declutter it because I just don't think that I'm gonna pull for that color. This one here from ColourPop though is very similar, but I just feel like it has a warmth to it that Aria is lacking. This is in the shade Souffle, so we're gonna put this into the chopping block pile. Unfortunately though, Troublemaker, I think from ABH, I think we're gonna go ahead and get rid of, oh, it's just called Trouble, sorry. I think it's gonna not look great on me. This one from Sugar Pill, I do really like. It has, again, some of that warmth to it, so I am gonna hold on to this one. It's in the shade Pillow Fight. We're gonna put it in the chopping block pile. I'm also going to definitely hold on to this Power Matte Pigment from NARS. This one is in the shade Under My Thumb. I just really love that a lot. This one here is from Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Trophy Wife. This is currently in my Trash or Treasure project pan, so we're gonna keep that in the chopping block pile. This is from Melt Cosmetics. This is the only Melt Cosmetics lip color that I own, and I really like it a lot. This is probably in the wrong category. Once it's swatched out, it doesn't have as much purple as I thought it did initially. This is in the shade Rebound, and I totally recommend these. These are really nice, so I am definitely keeping that. This here is from Buxom. This is the Vava Plump Shiny Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Wine Me. I actually really like this formula a lot, and I've used this color a ton, so I'm totally keeping it because I feel like I can pan this. Although, Danny, tell me if I'm correct, but I think that's the one you told me you took 69 uses to actually get through, so I'm a little nervous. But that is actually what inspired me to buy this one right here. This is also from Buxom, and it is the Vava Plump in the shade Deep Dive, so we are keeping that as well. And then finally, we have from NARS. This was in my Trash or Treasure project pan, and I still don't have a decision on it. This is the the Velvet Lip Light in the shade Deviant. So this is gonna stay in my chopping block because I really like it. I just don't know if it's practical to keep it. So that's where we ended up. All right, my friends, so if you are still here, wow, thank you. I've been filming for 2.5 hours at this point. I don't even want to know what my editing is going to be like, but I know that this is going to be a long video. And why? Because we just went through 162. That's right, 162 purple and berry lip products. Like, I want the little like head exploding emoji like right here, because that is insanity. Okay, so let's talk final numbers. We started with 162. Of that, we are keeping only 31. Like, I know 31 is still excessive. I'm gonna justify that by saying that is lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, and lip glosses. I mean, it's still a lot, but I'm really, really proud of only keeping 31. Now, on the flip side of that, we also have 36 that are in my chopping block, and I still feel really good about that because, you guys, that means that I decluttered 95 lip products in this one declutter alone are gone. That's amazing to me that I was able to declutter 95 lip products. So yeah, I mean, did I really need to have all of those? Of course not. But I feel really, really great about this progress. So again, if you have made it this long, thank you so much. Let me know in the comments below. I want you to comment an eggplant emoji. I feel like that is super appropriate for this lip declutter. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.